be deceived. God cannot be mocked. Always wanted to do that, like one of those southern preachers.
Wow.
Anyway, let's talk about that. 5 minutes. Went down the wrong pipe. Yeah. Oh my goodness. My mom said, always raise your hand when you're coughing.
You good?
I think I'm good now. Hello, beautiful people. It is Wednesday, according to Mr. Sutton. Wednesday.
We literally do that almost every single week.
Whales.
I know.
Well, he really impressed on me, okay?
Okay.
How to cut up a turkey and the whale and the Wednesday. All right, so God cannot be mocked. God cannot be, you don't know anything, God. Okay? Or, well, you know, God said this, but whatever. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Every word that proceeds from our mouth, we're going to be judged, he said. Don't be deceived. Don't lie to yourself and say, well, God's not listening. Well, God can't see this. Well, God's not really there. I don't care how many times you say it, that God's not there. Or God is dead, like Nietzsche. Or, you know, it really doesn't exist. Let's fight against God. Isn't it interesting that the people who are fighting against God actually admit that there's God because they have to fight against something that's actually there. If there wasn't any God, then they shouldn't be fighting at all. Doesn't that make sense? Anyway, so don't be deceived. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to other people saying, well, God won't do this or God won't do that. And it says here in Galatians chapter 6, verse 7, it says, do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever one sows, that he will also reap. So, if we think of a farmer, which is awesome that a lot of the Old Testament and New Testament talks about farming. Like, that's forever. Like, we're always going to... Isn't that interesting also that Adam was the first farmer? He took care of the Garden of Eden. Now, he didn't have sweat or thorns or thistles or things dying on him. But he helped God keep the garden. And so we began out as farmers. So here's this picture of when you plant an apple seed, what should come up?
Oranges.
Yeah, oranges, yeah. An apple tree, okay? If you plant corn, corn is going to come up. Same thing with our lives. If we plant hatred or racism or the seed of despair or the seed of depression or the seed of sexual immorality, what do you think is going to come up? Those things. If we plant the seed of love and joy and peace and patience and kindness and goodness and gentleness and self-control, guess what will come up? Those things. We kind of deceive ourselves too. Well, I can hate people and still love Jesus. No. Oil and water doesn't mix. Death and life does not mix. Okay? If you're going in one direction and the other person's going the other direction, it's like tug of rope. There's no way. Your body, your spiritual body can't handle that. You're either planting hate and you get hate, or you plant love and you get love. There's no like, oh, I'm going to plant hate and then I'll turn to love. No, you either love or hate. It's a choice. And so here's God saying, look, no matter what you're doing to hide from other people, I can see it. So if you're planting the right thing, it's going to come up as the right thing. So my encouragement for you today is, are you planting the right thing with God? Are you planting with the ultimate farmer who farms the seed inside of us? So, I love you. Jesus loves you too. You have a great, what is it? Wednesday.
Wow.
Oh, Ash Wednesday tonight, 6 o'clock p.m. Come, worship.
On Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day. All right, love you back.